Hey guys, Clumsy here. Ooh, that was a bit loud, sorry. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. How's it going? Thanks for joining me today. Time to fly again. It's been a while. It's been a week. Oh my goodness. Thanks for joining. I see lots of early birds and we've been having nice discussions while the stream was loading. Glad you could make it, guys. Scotsman ever first. Mr. PZB himself. AAK. Thank you for the nice words. That was me, guys. Don't worry. Nothing of yours disconnected. Thank you for the resub. Oh goodness, perfect timing. 12 months, PDX. Wow. 12 months. GG, man. Thank you for your continuous support and your unending guidance, especially in train sims. Goodness, I have learned tons thanks to you guys. Yeah, this amazing, an amazing new world that I am exploring. Thank you. Hey, Bao Bao, glad you made it. Pretty late there. Goodness. 1 a.m. is it? Something like that. Still glad you managed to join. Hey, Patrick. Fancy seeing you here. Feels like we've seen each other just a few minutes ago. And yes, Captain Smoke, that is my voice in Bus Sim 2021. Good catch. Yes, 2 a.m. there. Goodness. Hope everything is well. Let me see. Oh yeah, and sorry about to hear that, Tom. Yes, I'm not sure. Hang in there. I am not really familiar with the condition. I hope she can recover and recover fast from it. Yeah. Thanks, Scotsman PDX. 3 a.m. Oh goodness, it's even worse. Even worse. Oh, I think it was UK time that I was thinking of. Time in Romania is the opposite way. Even later. 3. Intense. Yes, indeed, we got second place in that community challenge for Train Sim. I'm happy with the result. Yes, enjoying trains. Enjoying planes, enjoying trucks. And so we now have a mismatch of all these different simulators, just the way we like it. But for today, we are focusing on flight simulation. Although with a bit of a twist, because as we get into the train sim world vibes in Dresden Riesa, as I've been told, right? The pronunciation is Riesa, not Riesa. So Dresden Riesa route in Train Sim World, very interested in seeing that, but the map in Train Sim is not the best. I can't really get a feel of the geography, where it is in the world, where it is in relation to each other. It's even hard to tell where each place is, where each of the cities are that you're going to, which direction they're at, which direction they're from, and how they relate to each other, how far are they. So the map doesn't do a very good job at it. So I figured, let's go and check it out with the best map, most one-to-one aspect possible, flight simulation. So we can check out Google Maps, we can check out the Bing satellite imagery, and it's perfect timing because we only recently got World Update 6, which improves the areas in Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. So that's perfect timing. Maybe we'll get new assets as well. We'll get to explore some of these newly improved assets as we explore Dresden Riesa in Flight Simulator. And also I'll be testing that with the, as you can see in front of you, the DA62. I don't think we've flown this before on the stream, and I've only started learning it. It's a pretty straightforward, pretty luxurious dual piston engine plane. Yeah, diesel engines actually, I think. And it comes with the brand new G1000 NXi that is being developed by Working Title. Super groundbreaking stuff. We're finally getting more into that simulation aspect. Yeah, the flight management, the autopilot is now really feeling like an autopilot, not anymore so arcadey getting more into that Sims. Hey Chi, thank you for 19 months, man. Another month passes by indeed. How are you doing? How are you doing, sir? Thank you for joining. Hope you're feeling better. Hey, thank you for the follow. How do I pronounce your name? Is it Jorge or George? Thanks, man. Thanks for joining. Hope you're still here. Oh my god, OMG Swiss. At the mention of Switzerland, right? Oh my goodness. I see what you mean, Tom. Is that something that can be operated on? I hear, can it like be clipped? Right? I think some aneurysms can be clipped or something. I hope they can do something about it. That's great to hear, Chi. That is great to hear. So let me share with you a little nav map. I've already plotted a flight plan, although I won't load it into the sim. I want to navigate manually using the G1000, plotting in the waypoints manually so we can see how detailed it can be. So here's a little nav map with the overlay of Google Maps, which is perfect. So you get Google Maps in the background and then it overlays the airports and all the other nav aids from the sim. Something along those lines. So here's Germany. If you go to the eastern side of Germany, we see Dresden right here. There it is. It's a bit covered in the waypoints, Dresden. And if we zoom in, we'll see the what do you call it? This looks like the main train station, doesn't it? With all the icons in there. Over here as well. Dresden Neustadt? Probably. Yes, some very familiar names from Train Sim. And the airport where we're starting off from is over here, Flughafen. Over here in the northeast of the city. So we'll start off from here. I did see that there's a castle right here to the northwest, so we'll try and explore that. Looks like there's even a moat and everything in there, so we'll see how that looks. And then we'll go and explore Dresden, try to see if we can find some landmarks that look familiar from Train Sim, if we can relate them to each other. And then after we explore Dresden, we'll follow the train line if we can. I hope that's represented visually nice in the sim with the satellite images, because if you zoom in, you'll see those gray lines. Those are the train lines, right? And I tracked that, so you see the waypoints actually trace through those trains, train tracks, and eventually that will lead us past Coswig, right? I think that's one of the stops in Train Sim in the route, and that will eventually go and take us all over to Riesa. Where is Riesa? Over here, Riesa. That's the one. But yeah, it's going to be pretty short going there. It's going to be pretty fast flying and everything. So we'll probably not consume the entire 3 hours of our stream with that alone. So after we explore Riesa and after we're happy with it, we can continue exploring, continuing to the west towards Leipzig. And I'm not sure how well this is represented in the sim, but we'll see. And then we will go ahead and explore different airports because I want to test the capabilities of the G1000. So we'll do a bit of sightseeing in the beginning, right? Dresden, the train routes and everything. And then we'll go into the simulation side of things, testing how the autopilot works, how the different features of the G1000 NXi is like, how well it can shoot approaches, can it do holds, and all the other features. So we'll test those out. And then we'll be going to other airports as well, Erfurt, some points of interest that I see, and then eventually going to Frankfurt if you still have time. I think lots of places have been modeled in here, so we will see how it works. Just watched the YouTube video and I'm live. Hey Dwarfy, perfect timing. Glad you made it. Surgery, okay. Hopefully it's successful. Hoping for the best, Tom. Just finished a cargo journey on Train Sim 2021. Sounds awesome. 83 kilometers, yeah, that's pretty short, right? Especially for a plane. We'll get there in no time. This plane cruises at around Let me see. Let's go and check. We should be able to see some specs here. There it is. Oh, my face is hiding it. Cruise speed is 317 kilometers per hour. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's a bit fast. It's a bit fast for comparing with land vehicles, especially. Hey, Storm. Doing great, man. Doing great. Just starting off. Perfect timing that you joined. Ah, I see. You know, Chi, that's a very good point. That's one thing I recently realized getting into train sim. And that's one of the main reasons I easily get into train sim, because it doesn't require any prep at all, right? You don't need any peripherals. You don't need even a controller or a keyboard is fine. And you can get into the sim and start playing in a minute, literally, even less. It's so fast and you don't need to prepare anything. It's the complete opposite with flight sim, where you have to prepare for a flight plan, study your route, study the weather, lots of preparation beforehand. Both are equally rewarding, but they give you very different vibes, right? And the train sim is just get in there and drive, and you get all these safety systems if you like. It's a very nice way, and the barrier to entry, the friction is minimal. So you can't get lazy because there's no yoke to set up. You don't need pedals for it and whatnot. Very easy to get into. Very nice. Yeah, exactly, Chi, exactly. That's also my go-to sim, especially for those downtimes. For example, I have 30 minutes before I have to work, 30 minutes before I have to do something, sometimes even just 15 or 10 minutes. So I just load up the sim, train sim world. I go and do the 7-minute route, and that's it. Then I do go about my stuff. So it's easy to get into. With flight sim, you have to be a bit more prepared, right? You have to spend like at least an hour for it, depending on how far you're going. Anyway, let's go and get things started. What's the IQ code for Dresden? Echo Delta Delta Charlie. Looks like good. We're flying with the Diamond DA62. This is from a mod from Mr. Tommy. So this is the DA62 comes with the sim, but as all planes that come with the sim, they're not really that high fidelity. They're a good starting point, but they're more arcadey. So thankfully, we have amazing community members who are improving that experience. And Mr. Tommy, the modder who made this improvement mod for DA62, added so many simulation elements to it, made things more accurate. Now, I'm not in a position to gauge how realistic it is versus the real thing, but I am enjoying so far the vibes that it gives and the detail that it shows. So I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go and start off 7 a.m. I always like starting off in the morning. Maybe 7:30. Yeah, let's go with something like that. And let's start off, and I'm not sure what the winds are like. Start off here maybe. GA medium. Looks good. This is a default airport, and if you guys want to fly with me, more than welcome to do so. I am in the Southeast Asia server. I have all players set, so I should be able to see you. I have nameplates on, so I should be able to see you and see your name in there. So use AI traffic to get more AI planes in the vicinity. That looks good. Let's load it up. Leave everything at default for now. Train sim world mods when the sim is more stable. Yeah. I've still been getting crashes last few times, so I'm not confident to add mods in that mix yet. Some trains in Train Sim 2021 have cold start procedure. In Train Sim World, I don't get that as often. It's more ready for you, right? Because you're starting in the middle of the line or something like that. Not going to attempt flying without peripherals. Yeah. Train sim you can do without peripherals. Flying, I don't think it will be that good of an experience. Is that a crack on the airport? I hope not. I sure hope not. Let's give it a few seconds. Maybe things are loading up. And let me... we're losing some frames here. 1 second. Let me just do that. That should improve things, I think. Yes, I think so. Oh goodness, Patrick! 21 months! Whew. Time flies. Thanks for the resub, man. Appreciate it. So in addition to the dangly bits, you also have the resubby bits. Awesome stuff. I'll take it. Oh, interesting. My tail number changed. It has not changed in a while. It has always been Niner Victor India Charlie Lima, if you guys remember. Okay, let's pause the track IR there. Let's have a look at the... this is just me, yeah. With my controller. That's how the plane looks. Diamond DA62. Very fancy plane. I believe it's quite expensive for its type because it comes with many bells and whistles. It simplifies a lot of the things that normally you'll have to take care of. It automates a lot of things. It has FADEC, so it kind of manages your RPM for you. So there's a computer that adjusts the power setting for you, so you only have one lever and it takes care of everything under the hood. Pretty fancy. There we go, the dangly bits. Himself. Cellabones, 3 months. Goodness. Time flies. Indeed. How's it going, man? Glad you managed to join. Oh yeah. No more sub-Scotsman. Still have the diamond though. What train am I going to drive after the 143? You know what? I'm being a completionist. I'm going through the timetable of the 143. I want to check each one of them. Finish every one of them. I'm not sure if I can because there's one of the routes that's bugged, but we'll see. Maybe there's a fix soon. Also, this mod comes with lots of goodies. A checklist, like so. Yeah, some speed references, so you are always guided. What's your rotation speed? Safe speeds for flap extension. And for landing, what's the approach speed, VAP, VREF. All the useful, important details are here. So that's pretty cool. And also there is the, that's not the one. That's for pilot to ATC, I think. This guy. This also comes with this document to help you out with the different things that have been modeled. See, there are curves. Whenever there are charts like this, you know it's the real thing. Yeah. So these are all from the mod. From Mr. Tommy. And yes, you can get this from flightsim.2. Exclamation point mods always gets you there. The entire list. There you go. Good. Alright. So let's go ahead and start up the plane. It also comes with a checklist. Hey, there you go. And that actually kicked off a hype train. Thank you, Chi. Goodness. Thank you for that. And there you go, Scotsman. Refill for the subscription. Thanks for the hype train. Right. Let's go and start things off bit by bit. Have a look at the plane first. Does look pretty fancy. One thing that Asobo really does well is the modeling and the sounds, actually. The modeling and the sounds are almost always great in each of their planes. The system's not so good, but then they are very transparent with that they're not really aiming for such high fidelity with the systems. It's enough to get you flying, but it won't have all the simulation aspects in there. So that's well in line with the expectations. But yeah, the graphics, the modeling, super crisp. I like it. Okay, and yes, it comes with a checklist. I think the checklist comes with the mod. Not so sure. But I think so. Alright, let's see. Parking brake is that guy right there, this one. So that is set. Let's go. Fuel selectors are on, these two right here. Alternators are both on, that's these two guys. Yeah. Pitot heat is off, that's this one. Engine master both are off, that's these switches. There are two engines, so you can start them individually. Avionics is this guy. It's off. Gear selector is down. Yes. Flap selector is up. That's this one. Electrical equipment is off. Electric master, let's turn that on. There's G1000 NXi. And we'll just checking the fuel quantity. 50%. Looking good. Alright, let's turn that off again. Can you already hear the sound starting up? Maybe those are the fans for the avionics. I'm not so sure. Control stick, free and correct. Okay. I actually have a yoke with me, but I can use one hand on the yoke to simulate this as close as possible. I can take it. It's great that it worked, Chi. Thank you. 13 months, bros. Goodness. Thank you for that again. That looks good. Alright. Power levers are idle. That's this guy right here. Yeah, parking brake is set. Avionics are off. Gear is down. Alternators on. Fuel pumps are off, I believe. That's this guy right here. One for each side of the engine. Yes, both are off. Electric master, turn that on. There we go. And start the engine. Turning on our strobes. Whoa, that's a big boost. Goodness. Goodness, Tom. Thank you for the bits, man. Didn't need to. Appreciate that. Alright, so start the engine on the left first. So how you do this, it's pretty fancy. You just turn on the engine master, I believe. Let me see. There it is. So you see like a left glow on. That should disappear. There you go. And with that, you just press a button to start it. So here. It's that simple. It is very much an automated plane. And you can see the RPM, the oil pressure is already in the green there. Yeah, left engine in the green. Oil temperature still a bit cold but getting hotter. RPM at idle should be around 700. It should say here. 1 second, where is it? 1 second. There, this one. 700 plus minus 30. 710 plus minus 30. Exactly in that range. And then we just do the same thing on the opposite side. It's very simple because yes, it is a very luxurious plane. Lots of automations, lots of conveniences included. Start that up. It's done. Comparing with like the startup on the DC6, I'm actually kind of craving for a bit more, but that's how it is in the plane. There it is. Hey Geek Squad, how are you doing, man? What are you busying yourself with recently? Speaking of the DC6, we have 2 DC6s back there. Nice. There we go. Hype train, thank you for the hype train. Appreciate that. Alright, let's go and should we plug in something maybe? Well, we can plug in that we're starting off in this airport. So we can say echo. So we can plug that in here manually. Echo Delta. Bear with me here. Delta. But we do want to see, at least I want to see, how this G1000 NXi is behaving. Echo Delta Delta Charlie. There you go. Enter. And then runway. How's the weather here like? Let's have a look at the windsock. If we can find it from here. Yeah, there it is. The windsock is facing the opposite direction that we are. And we are facing 038. So I'm assuming something like runway 21 or 22 would be best. Something along those lines. So let's see. Runway would be 22 indeed. That would be the perfect runway for us today. Good. Did someone sub? Did I hear someone? Oh my goodness, she gifted one more. Thank you for that. Goodness. Ew. What is this? Choo choo. Level 1 hype train emote. I actually received one of the benefits too. Thank you. Appreciate that. So we're starting off here. Let's say, where are we landing though? No, let's plug that in later because we don't have a destination in mind yet. You've been enjoying the Volvo sound from Z mod. Hey, great to hear. Sorry for the pun. Oh my goodness, Cellabones is at it again. Ay ay ay. 5 gifts. Thank you. GG, 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 GG. Thanks, man. Thanks for joining. Appreciate that. Alright, so maybe in the meantime, what we can do is try and tune into a VOR. Because one thing I also wanted to test is the VOR capabilities in the sim should have been improved. Navigraph had an update, and the VOR accuracy should have been improved because of that. Like the distances of how far the VORs are getting received. So what we can do is tune that in 114.35 and see how that will affect the experience. 114.35. There you go. There it is, the VOR, and it's put in the option for bearing 1 in here. Is it DME maybe? 114.35, 9.3 DME. We are seeing it already. That's good. Okay. There are also some pretty fancy new features with the latest update in this G1000. We'll see later how that goes. In terms of the runway, we'll be departing from runway 22 218 degrees magnetic heading. So let's adjust that here, 218. Hype Train runs on a tight schedule. Not very much trucking. Glad you can still play. Glad you can still play train sim even in there. Yes, hoping for a speedy recovery, man. What did they say? 218 degrees? Was it? Yeah, 218 right there. 218. Good. Although the winds don't seem like they agree with this one. Looks like it should be runway 04 here. Yeah. No, it's right. It's right. Should be aligned. So we have 160 at 8 knots. So 218 is the better runway, although it's still crosswind either way. That will not do very good for us. Okay, anyway, we should be able to make that work. What else? The course adjustment over here. Was it this guy? Should be able to press this, I think, to go direct, but I'm not sure if that works yet. Oh my goodness, this is going very slow. The course knob, super slow. If I hold shift, oh, that goes faster. Okay, there you go. So that's going direct to the VOR. Makes sense. Speedy recovery, man. Indeed, indeed. Sure thing, Chi. Yes. Feel free to make us your lullaby. Okay. Safe altitude here would be... We can probably stay at 2,000 feet, more or less. Yeah, 2,000 should be okay enough. 2,000. 2,000 on the altitude selector. Looking good. Let's continue on. After starting engine, avionics master, let's turn that on. Although in this case, that already looks like it's on. Looking good. Check on post lights. Let's go and turn on the nav lights and the taxi lights. See the reflections in there, quite nice. Trim, set the takeoff position manually. That's in there, the stab trim. Yeah, takeoff. Good. So, parking brake can be released. Let's apply a bit of throttle. You can hear the engine spooling up. What amazes me is this is a diesel engine. I don't know of many planes who have diesel engines. Quite interesting. Looks good. Brakes work. Flight instrumentation and avionics. I'll test that later as we go. Right, let's go ahead and taxi. Runway 22. Oh, and that's one of the new things that I got, the nameplate mod. Just so we can see the other players. And we can see their names without their names being too obtrusive. It's the default nameplates were not the best. There you go. Yeah, that's the sample of it. Can I read his name? It's a bit small. Alo Yatri, I believe. Oh, where's the taxiway? Good. Maybe just follow this yellow line. Turn right at the end. Actually, it ends. Ah, there it is. Okay, yes. There's the taxiway. Good. So let's see. Let's go through it. Flight instrumentation. There's the turn coordinator. There's the slip coordinator. What's it called? But it works. Both of them work on both sides. So I'm weaving left and right here to check if those are working correctly, and indeed they are. Fuel pumps are still off. Fuel selector, I'm not sure why I need to check this crossfeed, maybe just to see if it's working. So set both to crossfeed like so. That should, I think, swap the consumption based on the name. Alright, and then switch them back to on. And the engine didn't die, so that's good sign. Good. Before takeoff, what is this? Oh, I think we can do a test actually. We can do like a run-up. This plane has a fancy run-up procedure which I'm not totally familiar with, but there's like an ECU test, I call it, I think here, which would rev up the engine for you of some sort, just to check if the FADEC is working. It can rev up and down and change the RPMs, things like that. Okay, we are on Foxtrot. Golf should be up ahead. Is that consistent with what I'm seeing in Little Nav Map? Let me see. Actually, should be on Hotel. Maybe the signs don't say that properly enough. And we are turning left on Echo, the end there. Okay, we'll make that work. So, let me see. After we take off from runway 22, we should make a right to Moritzburg Castle on a 298 course. 298, okay. Right, so I'll just probably do that with the heading bug later on. We are indeed on Hotel, there you go. Delta is here on the left, and Echo is the one after that. Okay, that's accurate. That looks good. Alright, let's go and see. Yes, that is takeoff already. Fuel selectors are on. The trim here is centered. I'm not sure if that's a rudder trim or an aileron trim, one of those. Flap set that for takeoff. That would be that guy right there. So you see it's in transition. And now it's in takeoff mode. And you can see here that is indeed flaps are on takeoff mode. Yeah, the wings. Landing lights, let's turn that on. Turn off the taxi lights. Parking brake is released. Alright. And we can do a takeoff. But before that, I want to do the run-up procedure just to check it. Because it's quite nice. It's all custom thanks to the mod. 1 second. So let's face into the wind here. If I remember correctly, winds are coming from 160. So we'll have to do a bit of a turn here. 1 second, something like this maybe. 160 would be something like that. Like this, and block the entire runway. Now we'll just be quick. Okay, there you go. So facing the wind, so we get proper circulation with the air. So let's go for an ECU test here. So if I hold this button, I think, does it work? There it is. So it's kind of revving up and down, putting the power up and down for that engine. Although I think I did something wrong. Let's try the right one. Maybe I should have read how that works. Oh, that's quite nice. I think it just repeats. Good. Alright, there you go. Let's try that again here. Just the left side. Probably something along those lines. Okay, let's say that that is good enough. That's the best I can offer for now. Let me double check the V speeds in here, so know when we can rotate. Rotation speed is 80 knots when we're heavy here. If we're a bit light, then it's 78. No, flaps takeoff actually, so it should be 76, 78 knots. Okay. Looks good. Let's just make a U-turn in here. Good morning, Slim Man. How are you? Thanks for joining the stream. Right. Now granted, this plane, from what I've seen, is not the best when it comes to sightseeing. Because if you look, like most of the things are covered. Does not have the best range in terms of visibility, right? It's perfect for IFR, for using your instruments to fly, but not the best for sightseeing. Nonetheless, we have a drone camera, so we'll make it work somehow. Right, taxiway echo, runway 22. Let's enter the runway, switch to landing lights here, turn off taxi lights. I didn't see any requirement to turn on the boost pump nor the pitot heat. I think this is one of those planes that you only require pitot heat when it's really cold and you're going through some moisture probably. Alright. Looking good. Yeah, look at the windsock coming from the left in there. 218. Yikes. This sim does not do well with the crosswind takeoffs. So we'll need to apply aileron deflection to the left. Pushing forward the throttle, 100% for takeoff. There we go. That looks good. Let's keep it on center line. That's my controller turning off at the best possible moment. Keep it at center line. Not too bad so far. There we go. Airspeed's alive. Actually, that's rotation speed. Let's pull up. Yeah, that's beautiful actually. That is beautiful. Not too bad. Let's keep it on runway heading. That's looking great. Runway running out. In front, tap the brakes, gear up. Oh, I actually didn't set the QNH, did I? My bad. That's a miss. That's set now. Pulling back. Let's maybe put in around 90% on the power. I love how the engine sound changes and represents that very well. Very nice. So let's turn right here. Actually blew through my intended altitude already. Let's get back to it. 2,000 feet. Beautiful outside. Things starting to load. Did I say what's the heading? 28 something? Oh, there it is. Nice. Okay, good. So let's head straight for that thing. Looks like a castle of some sort. There it is. Moritzburg Castle. So what we'll do is we'll turn on the autopilot here. Turn on the flight director first. Go to heading mode. And then let's turn on autopilot. 1 second.
Engaging autopilot.
Oh, there it is. Engaging autopilot. And then let's go VS down. There we go. So it's going to hold altitude now. Going to hold 2,000 feet. And let's look outside. It's going to get a bit louder, guys, as we do go for some sightseeing. Not that loud though, thankfully. Where's the castle? Where is the castle? Oh, there it is. Let's go and look while the plane is flying, doing its own thing. Okay. There it is. Oh, actually, very nice detail here, huh? Very nice detail. Moritzburg Castle. Not bad at all. I like that. Let's take a photo of that here. And where are we now? I think the plane left us behind. Let's get back to it. There we are. Okay. Nice. Beautiful place here. Let's go and turn back to the left. Get back into Dresden proper. And let's pull back on the throttle. I think we are a bit too fast for sightseeing. Maybe let's pull it back to around 50%. Just have to make sure that we don't slow down too much. That we're stalling. There's some more viewpoints in there. Looking good. Now I did want to check something out here. 1 second. Because I think I should be able to... Yeah, there it is. Traffic map. It's on standby at the moment. I think we can change that. There we go. Make it operating. And if you go back now, we should see traffic here, I believe. I think. When there's someone nearby. We'll see. We'll monitor that. Also, I am on standby, which might actually add to that. There you go. Let's see if we find some traffic over here. So far, not yet, but we will see. Okay, where are the landmarks? The landmarks are over there. Let's go ahead and turn to the left. You guys recognize anything yet from Train Sim? I sure don't. It doesn't feel the same at all. But we'll see. Maybe there are some specific landmarks when we get to Dresden. So right now, if you go and look at the map, I have GPS on right now. So we are somewhere here. Yeah, going back to Dresden. And then we'll tour this around. We'll look at the specific points of view, specific landmarks that have been added with this update. We'll see how it looks. Not too shabby. And I like that there is no stutter anymore when I'm looking around, so I don't get punished for looking around too much. Perfect for track IR. Alright. Let's have a look outside. Might be better for sightseeing, huh? Maybe, let me double check. Maybe let's go through the checklist first. I missed probably something. Let's see, landing lights. Yes, that's still on actually. But yeah, we can turn that off. Landing gear is up. Flaps are up. Fuel pump is off. Yeah, we are good here. Power lever, we're not terribly taxing the plane, so that should be fine. And trim. Yeah, it looks pretty straightforward. There's actually a more detailed checklist in the PDF, although I did not follow that this time. Maybe we can focus on that next time. But yeah, if you're looking for using the G1000 NXi, this plane can be one of the best out there right now. Oh man, I love that view. Beautiful. Even the simple things like this, right? It looks so scenic. We have some things on the left side. This might be the train station already. Let's try and look ahead. Might be easier to look around with the drone like this. Yeah, that's the train station. Definitely. But I'm not sure if it's a freight or also a passenger one. Looks like filled with cargo, right? Doesn't look like the passenger terminal. Does anyone know where that is? Oh, what is this? Yeah, these are some custom points of view. Hofkirk. And the other one is Frauenkirk. Anyone know anything about that? Maybe we should employ the powers of bush talk radio here to get more idea, a better idea on where we're traveling, huh? That might actually be useful. Is that us? Yeah, I think that's us. The white dot in the distance. Going the completely opposite way. But yeah, this drone is powerful. Perfect for sightseeing. Oh, there's one more train station here. Ooh, looks busy. This one looks like passenger trains, right? Those look like the, what do we call them? The S-Bahns. The trains that we're driving in Train Sim World. This looks like the one. Cool. Where is that in the map? So where are we now? Over here. And we are right under it. Right over it, rather. Not too shabby. I'll take that. We're driving an S-Bahn train right now. Nice. A lot more trains in American cities, yeah. Hey Judge, yes indeed, yes indeed. A lot less workload on this one. This is mostly for sightseeing. Although later we'll focus more on the instruments, on instrument approaches, to test out how the G1000 is behaving, how well it's able to cope with the autopilot and the navigation. But for now, yes, we're still focusing on the sightseeing aspect. Basically just using this for heading mode. Not too shabby. So as we get our bearings in here, let's make a U-turn in there. Let me have a look at little nav map. Hey, thanks for the follow, Laxa. Hope I read that right. Welcome to the stream. So this is the train station we saw with a lot of cargo trains. And then this is the passenger terminal that we saw, it looks like. What does it say? Yeah, I'm not so sure, but it does seem like it's this one, right? Yeah, so we can follow that past the river. There should be another train station, and from there we should continue to the north-northwest on a 322 degree heading. Okay, we can try that at least. Let's see. Might be easier to look from here though. Man, look at all those buildings. There's still a bit of pop-in, but it's not that bad. And for the view like this, I'll gladly accept pop-ins. And yeah, that might be the main, that might be the Dresden terminal right there. 1 second, I missed that. Here it is, guys. The one we see in Train Sim, right? This is the one, is it Dresden Hauptbahnhof maybe or something, right? That's the one for sure. I remember coming from this angle with the train, right? and then coming into the terminal like so. This is exactly it. Oh, that's amazing. Or is it from this side? No, it's for sure it's the other way, I think. Good, good. And so where is the other one? This is the terminal that I mentioned. Yeah, the other terminal. I think this is the Neustadt, Dresden Neustadt, is it? And then that's the one that we should be following, that train line right there. But where are we now? Where are we now? We are somewhere in that vicinity. That looks good, so we can actually follow through that way. To the left, follow that road maybe. I think the road is actually easier to follow than the train track. It's easier to see. It's here. Unless that's the train track itself. Not so sure. Cool. At least we recognized a specific building in there, right? 1 second, did I see something? No, I think we're good. I was thinking if we could see some traffic. Looks like not. Okay, let's see later. Maybe it will still appear. Right, so little nav map, where are we? Right there. Should turn to the right here now, actually. Let's go on a 338 heading. Let's try and find that train line. Should be somewhere here in the vicinity. Is that the one? No, that's a road. Apparently, it's hard to follow train lines, railroads, because you don't actually see trains here in the sim yet. Tricky. We are right on it. No, we're not. I should have turned to the left because this is the train line that's going to the castle. Ooh, my bad. Okay, let's go and do this properly then. Follow that through the west like this. Maybe we can go to Coswig. Because Coswig is one of those towns where the train line, the Dresden Riesa route goes through. So it sounds pretty familiar for me recently as I get more into train sims. Right, let's see how that looks. Let me put little nav map here on the other side so we can see it. Now, Coswig is actually on the left side. Okay. Let me hand fly this a bit. I think it will be easier. So I have a bit more control. Turn off the flight director as well. Actually, you know what? No, just turn off heading. Yeah, so we're in roll mode. So we're maintaining the 2,000 feet altitude, but we're in roll mode. Is that going to be enough? Maybe, we'll see. Okay, right in front of us should be Coswig actually. That should be Coswig right in front. Let's go back to heading mode here. Autopilot on. And yeah, even the engaging of autopilot is not abrupt anymore. It's not fidgeting anymore. That's one of the features, the benefits in the G1000 NXi. So this, I think, is Coswig. This should be Coswig, yes. And where is the train line passing through Coswig? That is a good question. Should be on a 344 heading from here. That might be it. That might be it. 1 second, let's see. Whoa! My bad. Wrong button. It might be this one. Is it? Or is this a road? You know what? I can't tell. It's not properly modeled. It does look like a train track though. So we'll follow it. Yeah, it does look like it, right? From afar. Looks more brownish than gray. Maybe. Yeah, let's follow that. Or maybe it's this one. This one is definitely a train route. Yeah. It's probably this one. Let's go in with that second one, this one. This one. There. Okay, let's follow it. 338. And when you're doing this in heading mode, you can see it's actually doing standard rate turns. So that magenta line is on this line right here. That's indicating the standard rate turn. How steep, how abrupt it's turning. So the autopilot is doing a good job at maintaining that standard rate. Now it's really hard to spot things from here, not the best for visual flights. So we'll have to stay in drone here to spot things. Yeah, kind of hard to tell. Not the best modeled. Maybe we can do it from here. Where are we? It should be on our right side. Might be that one. But it's okay, as long as we're traveling in the same general direction, I think we should be fine. Let's try and turn to the right a bit. Try and see if we can spot it. Looking at my map. We should be almost over it. It might be this guy right here. Could be. Yeah, that sure looks like a train track. Yeah, that's a freight train caught in the satellite image. Yeah, looks like it. Good. Okay. So let's follow that guy then. All the way to the northwest here. This should eventually lead us to Riesa. It's nice to see this from a very different point of view. Curves through like that through the countryside, so this is what we're seeing, right, as we pass through the farms. And we're driving this train. Let me see, it might actually be going somewhere different though. No, it's actually right. Yes, that's exactly it. That is exactly it. Oh, that's nice. It's a lot more visible now with the countryside like this. Not as many details, so it's easier to distinguish. It kind of branches out though, because there's this one right here. You can see the line of the trees. That's one, and I think this one is another one where my mouse is. So I'm not sure which is which. But yeah, that's definitely train route. I love that. The way the trees hug the route like that, looks so good. Looks like something Keralis would do in City Skylines. Very nice. Looking good. There's one here as well. I think this might be the one we're following, or is this a road? No, I think it's train. Yeah, that's a road. Going right beside the train. That might be one of the routes where we actually go side by side with some cars. That might be the exact route right there. Cool. And what is this? Looks like we have some missing textures in here. Not sure if that's because of a mod or something. Yikes. Hopefully this won't lead to a crash. We will see soon enough. Should see a bending, a curvy train route somewhere. I think that's this one, and then it's merging in here, so I think this is the same general direction that we should be headed. So that looks good. We're actually pretty close to Riesa now, guys, and I am trying to fly through here as slow as I can, so we're only at 50% power in here, and we're really plowing through this. 130 knots is what? I don't know, around 140 miles, which is what? Around 170, 180 kilometers per hour maybe? Something like that. Roughly speaking. Okay, this is where the train lines converge, so they combine there on that side. And that should Should be an airport right here somewhere as well. Let's see how that looks. Should be passing through a river. There should be a very interesting junction, like one of those, I'm not sure what you call them, like when train routes converge, they make this kind of triangle junction. It should be something like that. Okay, so this is the river Elbe, I believe that's called, and this is the town of Nunkritz. Is any of that ringing a bell? The satellite imagery is okay, right? I mean, it's custom, it's not the highest quality, but I guess when you go higher it's a bit better. Yeah, not the most crisp here anymore. Here in the countryside. There's the airport, I see something. There it is, the lights. There's the train tracks. I wonder what that is. Seem to get an awful lot of those. Okay, and then I think that one bends to the left, curves to the left like so. That might be the one, and that might be Risa right there. It sure looks like it. Yeah. Probably is based on the map. Have a look inside. How are things here? Anything complaining? All temperature, all pressure, everything in the green. Coolant temperature. What is a coolant temperature? There's no such thing as EGT here. No leaning the mixture because there is no mixture knob. Everything is being controlled by FADEC already. Fancy. I do love the way the plane looks though, from the inside like this. Just feels massive, having two engines right beside you. I love that steady purr. Okay, I think that's the train tracks. Yeah, those are the train tracks. Turning left there, that's Risa in front of us. And that is already the end of the line for this route. For the train line, that is. So quick when you're flying over them. But it's nice to see how that is in relation to where we have been driving in Train Sim. It's a very small part of Germany, right? A very small leg of Germany. If I look at Little Nav map here, and if I zoom out, that's the entirety of Germany right there. And the route in Train Sim that we've been driving is only that one. So a very small route here in Germany, in Eastern Germany. Nice. Risa should be right above us, right below us. That's the one. And there's the terminal, I think. Might be. Yeah, probably. Cool. Yeah. Frankfurt. Is there no route yet? Or Frankfurt in Train Sim World? I bet there's something in Train Sim already, huh? But not in Train Sim World. Goodness, that was fast. Okay. Alright, that's good. So let's continue heading west in here. Let's get into the flight sim portion of the stream. So get into exploring the G1000 better. Something I have been looking forward to for quite some time. There you go. 80% on the power. Let's continue heading westbound here. And let's start plotting in some stuff in the flight plan. Let me see. Erfurt would be... Leipzig first. Leipzig, let's... we can fly over the airport, I think. Echo Delta Delta Papa. Yeah, that would be a nice next waypoint. So we can use nav mode. Not you. Flight plan. Press that, there you go. So eventually we're going to, let's say that's where we're going. At Leipzig, we can probably do a touch and go. I need to practice my landings on this plane. It feels very different. My past landings on this plane, I've only done 2, I think. They did not go so well. I mean, I landed safe, but it was not a nice feeling. Echo Delta Delta Papa for Leipzig. I don't know why. That's the one. Good. Runway 08 left. Based on the winds, that looks good. Alright. And then we can say go direct. So we can go over that, direct, enter, and go to nav mode. That should allow the... oh crap, I'm in the wrong CDI here. So go to nav mode. There you go. And the plane should follow it on its own. There it is. Perfect. 3 or 4 routes for Train Sim 1. Ah, I see, but not in Train Sim World yet. Okay. Hopefully, eventually we get it, right? Yeah. Not too shabby. I'd love to see some AI planes though. Man, lots of trains here, huh? Even not looking for one, we have a train track right below us. Good. Let's have a look. So if we zoom out all the way, oh, that's actually pretty close. That is pretty close already. Let's go and see if we can find some approaches that we can try out. Right. So that's where we are. It's tracking us automatically. Let's go and look for some airports. Any stars that would be relevant. Let's see. If we go for 08 left, yes, that can work. We can go for Maxi 2 November, probably. Let's have a look at that. Maxi 2 November. This one. Maxib 2 November, RNAV. And now we can go with RNAV because we have GPS. So at or above flight level 80, okay. In 5.5, I'll have to climb then. Maybe let's stick with approach for now. Let's start with an approach, warm things up. So we have an ILS or an RNP. Oh, that's one thing I wanted to try, because it could load these procedures, but actually what it can actually also do is if I go and select an approach here, there should be, yes, this is the one. Look at this. There's actually now a visual as well for each of the runways. So normally you can do an ILS or RNAV approach depending on the airport and what it has. But if it does not have any procedures, before you were left hanging, now you can actually do a visual approach to that runway. So let's see how that works. Transition is vectors. Yeah, okay, fine. So you can see a straight initial approach fix and then the final. I'm not sure if you can configure how far that away is, how many miles away that extended center line is, but we can try. Let's see. So let's go ahead and activate it. Straight initial approach fix 270 083. Okay, 083 is the final approach course. Oh, that isn't supported yet. Okay, fine. Nice. Hey, evidence. Navigraph FMS Manager. Let's double check. I haven't updated it in a while. I'm actually not sure if it would tell me if I'm not using the most up-to-date version. Let's see. Is something wrong with your nav data? Data index. Yeah. Okay. Where is it that I see it? Yeah, 1890421. Yep, that's the latest. Looks like it's the latest. Sure thing, man. How are you doing? You can also now do OBS here, actually. I use OBS usually for when landing with at airports with no charts, right? No approach procedures. But in this case, because we actually have a visual approach that we can plug in, that's perfect. Now, one second. I wanted to try something as well. Oh yeah, that's the one that's new as well. You can see, you can actually hold at the waypoint. Can we do that? Let's try. So we can hold at the straight, the initial approach fix. The leg time would be 1 minute. Turn direction would be right. Okay. But what would the course? Oh, there we go. Hold west of this waypoint, course 270. Let's not do 270. Let's go the... What is the reciprocal of the runway heading? 26 right. That's 263. Okay, let's try 263. Let's try 263. I wonder if this will work. Inbound. Let's see if that will work. Oh, can't remember inbound, outbound. Oh, should be inbound course. I always get confused here with the hold instructions. I think it's 263 inbound, yes, because it's going to be 83 outbound, I think. So let's try that. Let's see if that will work. Load. Okay, you can see it goes to the initial approach fix and then it holds there. And we'll see how that looks once we get closer. But for now, we can appreciate the view a bit more. And we can double check our fuel. Fuel actually is not doing very good, so we are indeed landing at Leipzig, and I can see it already in front, the approach lights. And we'll see. We'll need to refuel there. Hey, Espen. Yeah, very nice. So far, looking promising. I'm not actually sure how well it works yet, but we will go and test it together. Yeah, I was surprised to see that the holds are supported now. What I'm trying to make work as well is the traffic. Traffic map should be here. Maybe it's just that there is no traffic in the vicinity. Increase my range, that's the highest. Yeah, I don't have any traffic in here. Operating, I did say operating. Motion, what is that? Relative, absolute, I don't know. Unrestricted, okay. So that should display everything, all of those above or below me. We'll see when we spot some traffic. Oh, that's okay. Zoom in. There we go. Oh, there's the hold, guys. There is the hold right there. Looks very nice, although the hold looks pretty humongous. Might be because we're holding 1 minute. Oh yeah, it's probably not a very good idea. I wonder if we can... Yeah, with the hold that we have, I think we'll like be holding right above the runway. It's too large because the initial approach fix is quite near. Can we cancel that somehow? How are you doing, Espen? Yeah, it should. It should show AI traffic, but not multiplayer, I think, based on what we have so far in the sim. Can I delete the hold? I can. It works. There we go. Okay, so we're back to having no holds now. Alright, let's see how that works. Oh, there it is. There's someone there. And that's AI, so we should see him right here on the left, but looks like not. Yeah, that doesn't seem like it's working. Unless I'm not doing something right. That's definitely, yeah, some planes right there, right? Because I have this fix for the AI lights, this workaround mod, so I see the AI lights properly. No holds bar. WWE, no holds indeed. Alright, now I have to get familiar with how to land this thing. So 1 second, let me zoom in and focus on the landing first. How are the winds like and what's the weather here like? Let's see. Winds are at 158 at 6 knots. So 08 is marginally better. 08 left, okay. And QNH is 1014. Okay, let's set that up. 1014. Good. Alright, let's see. So we are actually passing through it, which might not be a good sign. So what we'll do is go heading mode here. Let's go maybe downwind. Right, something like that. That looks okay-ish. 263. And then what's it planning for us? What is it planning for us? Yeah, indeed. So if we follow this straight through and then we go direct to the initial approach fix that it set for us for the visual approach, then we should actually land properly in there. Let's see if that works. I've tried this before, doing a direct to a waypoint. When it's on the opposite side of you, it actually does a beautiful like U-turn on the flight path in here. So let's test that out. Let's go straight from here and see how far that goes. And in the meantime, we'll do some sightseeing. Now Leipzig looks pretty plain because it is a default airport. I don't think it's handcrafted. Oh, that is beautiful though. That looks like what? Photogrammetry on some containers. It's very nice. The alarm was the outer marker for the ILS. ILS to this runway that we just passed, 26 left I think. So when you're close to an ILS, some of them, I think not all, will have markers to tell you how far away you are from them. So even if the weather is bad and you don't have any visuals, once you hear it, you know, oh, okay, I'm close, sir, I'm almost there. So those are beeping. Those beepings are for indications of how far or close you are. Okay, so that's the runway, I believe. Should be somewhere there on the left side. Will it do for us to do an approach on 08 right instead, or is it so close? Is it too close? I guess it wouldn't hurt actually. Yeah, 08 right is that one. In either way, they're both looking pretty plain right now. Though Leipzig looks like really good. Is this Leipzig already? No, actually, Leipzig we just passed. Leipzig should be over there. Yeah, with those buildings in the distance. Yeah, there's actually a point of interest there. Maybe we can check that out later. Alright, let's see. If we do if I change my approach, will this work? This is one of the things that doesn't work in the default sim, right? Changing approaches in the middle. This is what I wanted to test, how flexible, how robust it is, that it won't screw up the stuff that I'm doing. Won't screw up the rest of my flight plan. Let's start slowing down here. 136 knots is the extension, flap extension speed. Let's turn on our landing lights. Let's go ahead and go for a visual 08 right, vectors, and then let's go ahead and activate that. Yeah, there you go. That's beautiful. That's the one I mentioned. So if we go to nav mode right now, it should be following that like U-turn in there, which is pretty nice actually. And it's doing that extended runway center line for us for this visual approach. Very cool. Now I wonder if this visual approach will have how do you say, like a virtual glide path as well. I have not tested it yet. This is one of the new features. So let's go for 1 notch of flaps. Let's see how that works. Hey, mechanical! How are you doing, man? Perfect timing. We're just testing this out. We do have 802 feet on the runway in there, but I'm not sure if there is a glide path, a virtual glide path for us. Oh crap, that's... yeah, it doesn't seem like it, does it? It doesn't seem like it. We'll have to go mist here. Now what I don't think there is yet is a mist approach. I don't think the mist approach procedures are loaded in. Okay, so it can make a visual approach for you, but it will only have lateral guidance, no vertical guidance. Unless we probably put some stuff here manually. Is it possible to put stuff here? No, I don't think so. Okay, that's fine. Let's go and do that again. Stride out. Let's go to heading mode and go back the way we came. Espen and mechanical. How are you guys doing? What have you been busy with these days? How's the move going, Espen? Is that a roundabout right below us? No, it's a junction. Nice. Last night. Oh, today's your last night in Houston. Cool. So you're flying back to Norway already? Tomorrow? And then your stuff will follow. I take it. Right, so let's see. We plan an approach again. Can we just activate the approach? Oh, there you go. Can actually activate an approach, but why does it go to final immediately? 1 second. Okay, let's go ahead and select an approach. Say, okay, let's go for that guy. And then let's go ahead and activate it. There, I think it works a bit better. Okay, I think that works. And then later on, we'll just go straight here. And then we'll go direct to the initial approach fix. And we'll see how it goes. Flying on Thursday. Nice. Safe flight, man. Tomorrow the movers are coming, so you'll spend tomorrow night at the hotel near the airport. Ah, I see. Safe flight, man, and let us know once you've landed, so we know you're good. All the best. How are you moving your PC, by the way? I always wondered about that, because I'm wondering myself, because I'm originally from the Philippines, right? I moved to Singapore here a couple of years back, and there might be a time when I have to go back to the Philippines, and I'm wondering, how can I take my PC with me? Might be a complicated problem. Storm bad today. There's a storm in Houston. Oh, did not have power for 10 hours. Goodness. I hope it's better now. Alright, let's see. So if we go direct to the initial approach fix here, direct, enter. There you go. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. And you go to nav mode. It should follow that that curve that it made. It's beautiful, very smooth autopilot so far, very nice. This is really taking shape. 083 on the heading. Yeah, working title is doing amazing stuff. And I think the plan is they're using this as like a prototype, right? So they're doing this so it doesn't affect any of the existing stuff in the sim. Although, in my opinion, even if it does, that would actually be for the better. But anyway, so and then when it's fully cooked, basically, when it's fully cooked, then it will get transferred over to the actual sim, replacing the default autopilot and whatnot. I think that's how it's going. So it is following the magenta line perfectly. That's amazing. The exact bend, right? My goodness, that is beautiful. Right, let's go landing gear down here. And we should think about descent soon. I wish it had that glide path as well, because I remember in some planes, I think in the, who was it that I watched? It was Premier 1 driver, I think, his Premier 1 with the, what was the FMS system? What is the FMS of that plane? Collins, I think. We're pretty high here now. Yeah, let's turn off autopilot. Have to descend manually. Approach speed is around 80 knots, if I remember correctly. Or was it 90? 1 second, let's have a look. PDF. Should be approach VREF flaps for landing would be 84 or 89. Okay, let's go for 85. And I'm a bit high. Yeah, we're landing flaps. Let's go do a gumps check. We have the gas. We have gas, undercarriage. We have 3 greens. Mixture, not applicable. Props, not applicable. Switches, landing and taxi lights. Parking brake is off. Okay, looking good. And we are not aligned at here at all. So let's turn off the flight director so I don't get confused. And let's land this manually. So visual approaches are there. Still not perfect. And then I'm not sure really if in the G1000 there is vertical guidance for visual approach. Might actually be not in the G1000 NXi. So maybe this is already modeled as accurately as it should be. Man, that's crosswindy. That's pretty low actually. There we go, bleeding off the airspeed. What I find weird with this plane, not really weird but different, is how it just sinks when you turn off the power. Really loses the lift so fast when that happens. We're going very slow here now. Might actually be too much. There we go. D-crab. Oh crap, yeah, there it is. I still don't know how to land this thing. It's so, I don't know, I can't quite get the distance yet. Well, let's hope a couple more practices will get us there. We have plenty of more practicing we can do in this stream, thankfully. But yes, looks like the landing gear is still intact. All 3 of them so far. So we'll see. Will stay and up on some people like the original G1000. Oh really? Oh, that would be interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure. For me, I would go hands down with this one, but yeah, that might be that some people still like the original one. It could be. They haven't really told what their plans are about this, but I guess we're a bit far away from that anyway. Now where can we refuel? guess we'll just refuel anywhere. Stop somewhere and refuel. Okay, let's clean this up. Turn off the landing lights. Flaps going up. Trims going back to takeoff. There you go. Should be okay. And some real taxiway signs, making the entire airport look a bit more realistic. You can actually refuel on the go here if you want. So let's try and fill that up. Let's go 50%. Just like magic, we have fuel. Nice. Let's go and test some approaches. So what I'll do is I will set up a new destination. Let's go to, I think Erfurt is the next waypoint, next thing in our little nav map flight plan. So we'll see how that looks like. Where is the runway? Oh, there it is. Okay. Let's just taxi all the way straight here to the end. We actually have some custom buildings in here. That might be a photogrammetry. They're not as generic as the other airports. Yeah, that might be photogrammetry right there. I still don't see any traffic on the MFD though. I'm not sure if I'm not doing the options correctly. Right. This should be good enough, but it should be the next taxiway where we turn to the right. Sarah 2, so I'm assuming that one is Sarah 1. Let's see. Yeah, looks like it. 08 right. Clear on the left. And on the right. Good. There's a plane there in the horizon. Just a dot at this point. Shows traffic on VATSIM or similar program. Oh, might be, huh? Maybe it doesn't show AI planes, but the CRJ actually shows AI planes. I remember doing an update, a video on the update, one of the updates before on the CRJ, and I was flying in Atlanta. That's me, guys. That's not you. I was flying in Atlanta and I was seeing lots of AI planes there, live traffic, and they were all showing up on the TCAS. Airspeed's alive. There you go. 80 knots. Let's pull back on the throttle just very, very subtly. There we go. Very nice. I think the flight dynamics have been tweaked as well with this mod, so it feels much more gradual, not too fidgety on the controls. Let's keep that there. Gears are still down. We still have runway below us, just in case we need it. Should be good. Tap the brakes. Gear up. Actually didn't have even takeoff flap set. Good thing it didn't seem to matter that much. Stay at 2,000 feet here. Explore Leipzig a bit. There's the middle marker for the ILS. Let's go ahead and turn off the lights. Wait, I wonder what that is in the distance. That's what I like. The point of interest markers. When you're far, it actually has a bit more subtle overlay, a smaller dot as compared when you're near. They changed that recently in one of the updates. I can't remember which one it was. There we go. Yeah, so hand flying this feels very good. And I'm simulating this by having only one hand on the yoke, so it feels like a stick like this. Not too shabby. Yeah, the controls are very responsive. I just need to get used to it more. It feels very different from the arrow, for example. Good. Let's see. Heading. Let's go turn on the flight director. Go for alt. Actually, let's go for that guy. Hey Jay! Second, let me get to your message. Thanks to the resub, man. Did you resub again? Didn't that happen already? Well, the more resubs the better. There you go. 39 months, goodness. Thanks for the resub, man. How's it going? What have you been playing recently? Oh, massive train station in here. In Leipzig. Very nice. Monument to the Battle of the Nations. Ah, interesting. Okay, let's go and align the heading bug. Go and turn on autopilot. Let's go heading mode. There it is. Good morning, bro, man, dude. All of the above. Turn on my controller. Let's have a look here. Once we fly over it, I'll have the plane drop us off. There it is. Alright. Let's go and jump off the plane. Woo. Bye. It actually worked. Not bad at all. My goodness, look at the detail there. Very nice. Not sure if that's something you can read. That looks gorgeous. Nicely done and blends perfectly with the rest of the photogrammetry. Cool, I like that. Good. Right. So let's continue west. This time going to Erfurt. Head west in here. Let's double check little nav map. And I want to do some approaches. I want to try some approaches. Yeah, that's the next one. Echo Delta Delta Echo. What we can do is actually, can we just reset this? Delete flight plan. Can it just go like say nearest maybe? There should be like a nearest in here, right? Yeah, that one. Nearest airport. Oh, I don't think it's implemented yet. Maybe it's implemented on the PFD. Let's see, nearest. Yeah, that's the one. So that's how can I select this one? What is little nav map? Delta Delta Echo. Okay, let's see if we can find that here. I think it's too far. Oh, there it is. That's the one. So we can go direct. Enter, enter. There you go. And we can go to nav mode in here. That should turn to GPS mode. I like it. No sudden movements, right? Very gradual movements. Very nice. So far so good with this G1000 NXi. Traffic map still not showing anything though. Yeah. Nothing here either. The map. So we are how far away? 21 minutes away from that airport. Okay. So we should have plenty of things we can explore in the meantime. Looks like there's something there. There's a plane there. So many games. All of the above basically, huh? Nice. Let's just refill this. Oh yeah, I wanted to try doing some holds. Let's see. Let's look for a nearby VOR. And let's see how the hold feature will work there. Let me see. Okay, on the way to Erfurt, there's one here. Golf Delta Tango. And go direct there probably. If we go and add that to the en route. Oh, actually, that's interesting. It is not included in the flight plan. Interesting. Is it possible to go direct somewhere? Yes, it is. Okay. But if I do that, I don't think I'm going to be able to hold there. Can I? Let's see. So if we've been instructed to just hold at a specific VOR, for example, or a waypoint, Golf Delta Tango, is it? Wonder which VOR this is. No, it's Quebec Tango. Reading it wrong. Golf Quebec Tango. What? Oh, it's O. My goodness. Yeah. Okay, let's change that one. This time it will work. This time it will work. There we go. Okay, 22 miles away. Can we just activate? Enter. There we go. They're going to that VOR. But it's not possible to hold there, is it? Yeah, I think we have to have the flight plan for it. I think it has to be included in the flight plan somewhere. So what we can do is we can probably... Oh crap. Active flight plan is going to the VOR. Not too sure about this. Buggy in some places. Yeah, there are some bugs in there that need ironing out. It's not perfect, but it's good when it works. Okay, so let's see. Can we do a menu? Not even menu is working. I might have bugged it out, guys. I might have caused a bug here. Might have been testing it too eagerly. Oh, look, there's a wind farm in front. Let's have a look outside instead. Autobahn below. Looks good. What would you call these clouds? Is this broken or overcast? It's like the clouds are starting to come down on us. The ceiling's going down. Oh, yeah, not many. Not a quantity type of person in terms of games. Truck sim, flight sim, train sim. What else? PC building simulator. There's a video coming up soon, hopefully. We'll see. In the official PC building simulator. I am looking forward to playing Diablo 2 again though. That's the most different game that I have in my list. Because back in the day, back in college, me and a group of friends from college, we played Diablo 2 a lot. And there's going to be this remake that's going to be released next week. So that same group of friends, they already made some social media groups out of that same group of friends, and now they're planning to go all out when Diablo comes out. Yeah, I think that's the one. The resurrection. So now how do I make this work? Good question. We can go and declutter it as well, and the detail now shows in there in the lower left. Map settings. What does that do? Oh, you can change it to north up, but after a certain distance it becomes... Oh, you can change the orientation by default. We're currently at heading up, but past a certain zoom level it goes to north up. Then you can set that, and then the terrain display and things like that. Pretty cool. Nice. Still not sure how we can go back to plugging in something in here. Oh, there it is. Now it works. Okay. Okay, cool. Alright, so let's plug that in. So let's go for... Let's sync the heading bug and let's go to heading mode. Just so we won't affect whatever we do with this guy. So you go for Echo Delta Delta Papa, I think, is Leipzig, right? Yes. Yes. And then we're going to Echo Delta Delta, was it Echo Erfurt? I think so. One sec guys, I'll get back to chat in a bit. If I remembered it right. Yeah, that's the one. Good. And then in the middle we can say we can go to that same waypoint. Golf Oscar Tango, and from there we should be able to go direct again and then say make a hold or do a hold on that point. Let's see how that works. Right? Germany. That's pretty interesting. It actually tells you the country. Nice. Okay, good. There you go. So now if we go direct to this point, enter. There you go. Oh, that's perfect. That is perfect. Okay, so now the direct is now gone, and now we're back to the flight plan again. And from here we can say menu, hold at waypoint, and we can say the course would be, what's the original course here? 239 maybe? Yeah, 239, let's say. Let's try it out. You know what, let's set our current course 281 inbound. So whatever this direction we're currently facing, it's going to be the same direction for that hold. Up. Wrong one. There it is. Menu, hold at waypoint. What did we say? 281, okay. Inbound course of 281. Which is nice how this is phrased, because this is exactly what the ATC will tell you, right? Hold west of the VOR, 281 course inbound, 1 minute, turn right direction is the default. So once we do that, it should create a holding point there. There it is. That is perfect. Exactly. Right, let's see how that follows that. So now that means we can actually deal with VATSIM. When they tell you to hold, you can actually plug that in. Nice. Yeah, for us, Diablo 2 is the perfect balance. Diablo 1 is a classic, but it's a bit still raw. Diablo 2 was refined perfectly, and then the succeeding ones kind of got a bit too much. So 2 is the perfect one. So when we heard that a remake is happening, then we immediately jumped on it. Yeah, looking forward to it. Mechanical for Farm Sim 20, was it 22 or 21 that's going to be released in November, inspired by Clarkson's Farm. It's an amazing show. You guys watch that? It's a plane there. Seems awfully low though. Okay, let's see how this works and what we will see in terms of indications. We're still in heading mode, dang it. Nav mode, there we go. Okay, now we're going to do the hold. And let's see how well it follows that. So we're doing the turn now for the outbound course. So if we set a 281 on the inbound course, the outbound course should be 281 minus 180 is what? 101? Something like that, right? And so it will do that. And then I guess it will just repeat that indefinitely. It should. And that might be perfect because while we're planning for this, while we're doing that hold, and that's exactly the purpose of these holds, right? So that you can plan it accordingly. If you have to do something on the fly, plan an approach, then you have time to do that because you're basically literally going in circles. So you don't have to rush things as long as you have fuel. Yeah, Diablo 2 is a perfect classic. Won't come with a manual for the tractor though. Oh man. Boo. Yeah, that might be a deal breaker. Alright, let's try landing here. Maybe I'll do a better job here at landing. Echo Delta Delta Echo at Erfurt. Why is everything crosswind? Goodness. Show you a little nav map. That's the weather right now in Erfurt, guys. You can see the wind, that tail. So it's VFR, so that's good. That's indicated by the green outline and the white. Green outline means VFR, and then a white fill in the circle means no clouds, I think. Or no clouds in the, yeah, Kavok. And the winds are that tail, and that's around 10 knots. Winds coming from the south, so it's perfectly crosswind. So if you look at the METAR here, we should have a 190 exactly at 7 knots coming from the south. So there's no good runway for it. Might as well do this 275, runway 27. Okay. So let's have a look at the approaches, or maybe stars even can work. Let's see. Show overview. Oh, we do have some approaches that we can follow here. Relco 1 Romeo. Let's see. But that's the wrong runway actually. Show overview for runway 27. Relco 1 Victor. It's this guy. Hey Alexa. Welcome back. Glad you made it. We're just doing circles around literally. We're checking the G1000 NXi, how good it is, the autopilot and the navigation. So far it's doing amazingly well. Now this feels like a simulator. Very nice, can even do holds for you and whatnot. Amazing stuff. Good. So let's check. Relco at or above 5,000. Okay, there's a hold point there. I wonder how that loads. That would be interesting. Alright. And then where would that end? Over here. So we'll start off in Relco 1 Victor, 242 track, going southwest here. Why is that? Look at this, weird. At or above. Wait a minute. Am I reading this wrong? No, this is at or above 5,000, right? And then this is at or above 4,000 and then 5,000 again. So you can go down a bit. I'd rather stay at 5,000 if that's the case. That looks weird. So Narrows would be the end of that arrival, and then we would transition to the approach for ILS runway 27. Interesting. What is that? Let me see. How do we read this? Airport. This VOR 113.85 is the initial approach fix. Okay. And then from that VOR, you would go on a 046 track, and at 4.6 DME would turn right. This would be amazing to check how well it follows that. Hey, that's interesting. Okay, so let's climb to 5,000. Let's do this. Let's climb to 5,000. 1 second. 5,000. Let's go and VS it up. Good. And then as we do that, we can go direct. Actually, no, let's go procedure. Let's go select the arrival maybe. Let's do all of the above, right? It's the Relco 1 Victor, if I remember correctly. Yes. I wish you could preview it. That's okay. There you go. Load it up. So it did load, but we're still in the hold, so that's great. So you can load something and the hold will not disappear on you. So you'll stay on the hold until you actually... You know what? Let's climb higher so we get that top of descent kind of thing. Let's go and climb higher here to around 8,000. So we get that VNAV. We can check out the VNAV as well. And then the approach, let's go and check the approach for ILS-27. But the transition should be Airport VOR, the one that loops around. This guy. And the minimums for this guy, for this approach, would be 1214. It's a very high... Oh, it's the airport elevation here. 1034, okay. So it's 1214 and it's 200 feet above the airport. 1214, okay. So set baro minimums and set that to 1000. What did it say? I always forget immediately. 1214, so let's put it 1220. It even marks the primary frequency in there, and I think it should even automatically switch to the ILS frequency, to the localizer from the FMS, from the GPS CDI. 1220. That looks good, and this time we'll just be loading it. We'll not be activating it yet because we have the arrival first. Okay. Oh crap. Losing. Actually, you know what? That's actually perfect. Let's go and give it a bit more power. Maybe 90%. 100, that is actually almost the perfect rate of climb for a cruise climb. So let's go flight level change here. So we'll make sure that we don't go below that speed. The plane will lessen the climb rate, so we can maintain that speed so we're not at risk of stalling. Hey, Orion. Am I still clumsy? As in the adjective, for sure. How are you doing, Orion? Okay, so how do we get out of this hold? Well, I guess what we can do is just go direct. That's me, guys. It's not you, it's me. Can we go direct to Relco maybe? redirect, enter, enter. I guess that works. That got rid of the hold. Is that the proper way to get out of a hold? Maybe, I'm not sure. But that is one way. Okay, so you can see there's actually a top of descent in there now, which is changing. And this is actually showing us how many minutes before top of descent and our vertical deviation from it. That is amazing. And as we climb, that top of descent would go closer and closer, I can imagine. Yeah, so I think we'll hold our altitude here. Keep it at 7,000 instead. Go back down to 80% power. And yeah, there's a top of descent, and we will arm VNav later on. So to test this out properly, let's go all the way to the airport, which is 1,200 feet, right? Something like that. And what I'll do is here in the selected altitude, I set in 1,200 just to check if the VNav is working. The vertical constraints are getting respected, because we should only be at 5,000 feet and we shouldn't go below that. So we'll see if that works. So let's go and arm VNav in here. We see the V path. Oh, this is turning out really well. Amazing. Not sure, Orion. You'll have to check with him. Might be busy doing some real life stuff. Good. Let's see. Looking good. Oh. Right now, we have altitude maintained at 6,980 feet. V path is armed. It's not really a snowflake, is it? But the marker is still above us, so that's good. And as we get close to the top of descent, that should go to the middle, and that should automatically descend us because we've armed VNav already. Good. Good to know, Ryan. And in the meantime, we can go for some sightseeing. Aussie Ace. That view. I kind of like the nameplates mod they have. I wish I could turn it on and off. Unfortunately, the mod that does that is not compatible with the latest update. So you can either only have it permanently on or permanently off. And you can only disable it via the menu, so you'll have to pause the game and everything. Thanks, this is as close as we can get to ASMR, I guess. Beautiful clouds in front. We'll take it. Okay, let's see. What the heck is that? That looks pretty scary. 1 second, let's review that. Alright, so that's Delta Echo 428 and then 437. Okay, and that's the end of the arrival, is it? And then the approach starts off in Erfurt. And then we have the DME 4.6. Okay. So yes, it's got the combination of the arrival and the approach. Okay, let's see how automated this can get. So we should get an indication. I guess we got it a while ago, but I was not looking. But yeah, we can see it coming close now. Let's pull back on the throttle. Maybe around 40%. Start slowing us down. And that should be consistent with the top of descent we see here in 18 seconds. You also see the required feet per minute, which the VNav should take care of us, for us. There it is. VPath is active, and we have Alt V armed, which means we will be restricted by the altitude in the VNav profile, which is 5,000. That is great. 600 feet per minute, 650, going to 750 supposedly. Yeah, it's starting to descend. That's perfect. 750 now. It's going to hold there. That's a 3-degree descent. Following the vertical profile, 5,000 feet all the way. That is looking amazing. Right. So once we get there, we should be at 5,000, and we will hold at 5,000 all the way through. It should be. We'll see. How low can you fly to the ground? Well, you can fly all the way until it crashes. Yeah. And then you'll get a black screen. Good. Let's see. Let me just do a review, guys. That this is exactly as we expect it to be. Enoro, final approach fix at 4,000 feet. Is that right? Let's compare it with what we have in Navigraph. So if I put it side by side like that, hopefully that's a bit visible. 1 second. So 4,000 feet at Enoro. Indeed, 4,000. So 5,000 at, so we start off in Erfurt VOR at 5,000 feet. 4.6 DME, this guy right here, 5,000 still. And then here, I believe it's here, right? Yeah, 4.9 DME. Delta Echo 012. Oh, actually, it's this one. 4,000. And then the final approach fix at Enoro would be 4,000. And then we would follow the glide slope down on a 3-degree descent. Nice. Okay, so far so good. Looks pretty consistent. Looks good to me. Good. Good. Next track in 1 second. 243. I love that. Even gives you a warning beforehand. And there we are at 5,000 feet. And now we are going down to 4,000. Why? That's not part of the deal. Oh, that's the one we saw in the arrival. The one that goes from 5,000 to 4,000, then 5,000 again. So that might be a bug in the nav data. Not sure. Doesn't make sense to me. Oh yes. Oh yes. Orion? You might just get your wish. No, let's all play well, man. Let's stop that kind of foolishness in here. Right. Let's see. 428, 437. It does say 5,000, but here it's actually 4,000, which is consistent with the thing we saw in Navigraph. If you look at the arrival there, that's this guy right here, 4,000. So it is consistent. It's just weird. And then what will it do? Will it climb again to 5,000 later? Probably, huh? Yeah. Oh, and I read that wrong. Narrows is not the end of the arrival. That arrow actually goes there. So indeed, the end of the arrival is this one. Delta Echo 457. Yeah. Delta Echo 457. That's good. Good. Beautiful views all throughout. Let's see how that works. Okay, so now we have 437. That's the end of the arrival. Does it go down to 5,000 again? No, actually, that's quite interesting, because even though the vertical restriction is 4,000, we're still staying at 5,000. So it didn't really descend us, so it's still working. Yeah, it's not because it's 4,000. It's it descended already. So it still has that proper vertical path that it knows that we have to stay at 5,000 for now. Nice. I'll take that. Good. So still 4,000 above. Something changing between Alt and Alt V in here. Don't quite get that. How are we doing on fuel? Not too good, but we have plenty. I think we can land here in Erfurt and see and refuel. Man, the clouds in the far look very nice. Yeah. Beautiful. Good. Delta Echo 437 looks good. So after this, we should go straight to Erfurt. Is that where we're going? Yes, that's working. That is working. The only wrong thing here is the 4,000. This should be saying 5,000. Too shabby. Yeah, this plane is perfect for just relaxing. It's so automated. It's so different from the usual things that we fly, DC-6, the Arrow. And it actually gives you some level of, what do you call it, luxury, I guess, right? So in reality, I guess you wouldn't do this, right? You would have an arrival and an approach that circles around, because we're already facing the runway here. The runway should be right in front of us. There it is. So it doesn't make sense that we loop around all the way. But this is just to test how well the navigation can deal with weird stuff. And so far, it looks like it's working great. And one way we can check that is by tracking the VOR itself. 1 second. Where is Erfurt in here anyway? There should be a VOR here. 113.85. Okay. 113.85. There you go. There it is, Erfurt. And we should be on the 046 outbound course. That's looking pretty good. Yeah, exactly where we should be. Nice. Following that to the T. And then 4.6 DME, we should make a right turn to join the final approach course. So far, it's looking very good. Real life, you would probably direct the VOR at straight into the... Yes, exactly. Exactly. Yeah. That works. Yeah. Looking good there. Thanks, Jay. Oh my goodness. 4.6. There you go. Okay. So we're starting our turn. What kind of turn is this? Is this a standard rate turn? It's like half of it. A very gentle turn, actually. Yeah. Like half of standard rate. Very nice. And then from there, are we descending now? There should be a top of descent in here, I think. Shouldn't there? I was expecting like a TOD marker in here somewhere. But we'll see when the the V path will descend us. It should be soon, because we should be at 4,000 by the time we get to that waypoint. Alright, 275. 275 will be the final approach course. 12 nautical mile radius from the VOR. It might be. I'm not sure. How do they measure that? This guy. Yeah, when it tells you to turn right, how would you know what kind of turn that is? Because based here, it's doing a half of a standard rate of turn. Interesting. Is that Erfurt? Looks amazing from up here. On the chart, if it should show us if it was. Oh, you mean like a DME, a DME arc? Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. It just likes a right turn. Looks like a right turn. Unless you see something. What's the missed approach procedure here? Climb on radial 276 until the 491, and then turn right on heading 059 to intercept the 305 radial of the VOR. Okay, I don't think that's included here yet. Oh, and looks like we're going to be descending soon. There it is. Are we? Yes, we are. Getting close there. There's the bottom of descent, BOD. Yeah, it's not DME arc. Just a simpler turn, looks like, huh? Okay, start our descent. Let's pull back on the throttle as well. Let's see if the second landing does us any better. We are starting our descent, looking good. So far so good. And then at some point it should switch to an ILS frequency on its own. 19.9. That is already set up there in nav2. Then I guess it should set up actually, you know what, I'm not sure if it would break it because I switched it to nav1. I overwrote nav1 to the VOR. Let's see if it will work on its own. Good. So the final approach fix is Inoro, which is, let's see, 2 miles, is it? 2 miles away from the waypoint that we're headed into next. Looks good. Okay, that's looking fine. Then this must be time to start extending flaps now. There it is. There it is. Localizer 2 is switched on. Lower the gear. Let's arm the approach. Glide slope is armed. There's the Diamond. There's the glide slope coming soon. That's looking good. Is that the correct course for the thing? 274, is it? 274, exactly. So that is automatically set as well. Oh my goodness, this is fancy. Working title guys are doing some amazing stuff in here. Oh, the Boeing Banana. I actually haven't seen that yet in here. That's a good call. Let's check it out later. Once we depart from here, let's check out how to make that appear, because I haven't seen it yet. Okay, 85 knots. Let's keep it at 85 knots. Glide slope has been captured. Nice. And now we're starting our descent. Electrical stuff, more or less. Yeah, good enough for an overview, I think. Fun stuff. After that, I think we did the celestial navigation, which is an amazing experience, complete opposite of this one. This one has all the bells and whistles, all the technological advancements, right, in our modern world. The celestial navigation is a different kind of fulfillment. Both have their amazing perks. Hey Yasin, thanks for the follow. Hope you are enjoying the stream. Alright, there we go, 86 knots. All good, and since we have the glide slope captured already, it should be safe for us to set the missed approach altitude of was it 5,000 feet based on this one. 5,000. I did not check the weather here yet though, but let's see. So set that to 5,000, and yes, that's a good check that the glide slope did not because that's one of the bugs before. If you cross the altitude, like from 1.2, I went up to 5,000, and we were in between. In some older versions, the glide slope, it would stop descending because it would see that your selected altitude became higher, which should not be the case, but it happened before. So now it's good that it's not that case. It's not a bug. It's not a problem in this version anymore. Nice. Looking good there. Yeah. Airport there. 112.05. Yeah, I think it's okay. I have Airport VOR tracked here. And then I have to set it at the 305 course. How do I set that? Oh, I think it's too late. I can't change it right now. Okay, that's okay. Keep it here. Longest approach ever. How far away are we? 5 miles. Oh my goodness. This is built for an airliner approach, huh? Let's have a look at the Boeing Banana while we're looking for it. Let's see. Map options. Next rad. No bad weather here, thankfully. Traffic. That might be the one we're missing. It might help if we turn that on, right? Okay, let's see. Just look at it again. Maybe that was the missing ingredient. Okay, let's see. Let's continue looking outside, looking for that one. Looks like a plane in front of us, right? So we should see that guy here. But we still don't. Yeah, I don't think it works. I remember it worked in the TBM, in the G1000, so maybe here in the NXi, it's still a work in progress. Probably. Okay, so once we land, it will be a left turn towards the ramp. Okay, good. It's the outer marker. Looking good. Let's do our checks. We have the gear down. We don't have the landing lights yet. Flaps, oil, gas, undercarriage, mixture, props, switches. Looks good. Looks good. Alright. Here we go again with the landing. Wish me luck, guys. This is where I struggle with this plane at the moment. Man, beautiful approach though. Man, look at that. Beautiful. And look at how crabbed we are. Yeah. Oh, the QNH is what I didn't check yet. It's not that much important right now because we're doing an ILS approach anyway. So we're following the glide slope, which is not reliant on the QNH we set. But thankfully it's still 1014 here, so actually this is the right altimeter setting. Good. I think that's good enough automation. Let's get a feel for the plane here. Do I have control? Yes, I do. Okay, good. So from here, the good thing is I can still follow the flight director. So even though I'm hand flying this now, I still get a lot of guidance. I have the PAPI lights in front, 2 white, 2 red. I have the flight director telling me where to go. I have the glide slope indication saying I'm in the middle. Localizer a bit off track here. Let's turn to the right a bit. That's looking pretty good. That is looking pretty good. Bit too low. Yeah. So let's pull up a little. There we go. Back on the glide. Looking good there. It's nice. The feel of this plane. Very nice. Doesn't feel too light. This looks proper for this kind of size of airplane. Okay, here we go again. This is my weakness, the flare. I never know when to flare with this plane. Let's see. Okay, that looks good. Let's keep it there. Keep it the same. And then now let's go ahead and lower it down. Okay, pull it back. Better. We can still improve that, but it's a bit better. You just have to hold it a bit more. I'm a bit too shy with the pulling up, with the flaring. It requires a huge amount of flaring. Otherwise it will dip to the ground. Very interesting. Okay, so here's the taxiway lights. We should be able to go straight. Just brake a tad. There we go. Hearing thunder. Looking good. Looking good. I was hoping we'd get to Frankfurt today. We'll see. Good, they're clear. Flaps going up, landing lights going off. Go back the same way. Takeoff trim. Stream Diablo 2, maybe in Discord at some point, but probably not in the main channel. Might not be everyone's cup of tea. Cockpit POV with your yoke in view. We've had that for a bit, Alexa. When I first had my triple monitors, I set up a camera here at my back and I put it like that, which is nice as well. Nice point of view. But at the end of the day, the viewers didn't like it so much because what you see in front, the sim itself, is not as visible. So it's still not as great for content creation. It's great to see like my perspective on it, how it looks like on my end, but it's kind of like a novelty. It's good for the first few minutes, but long term you still want better to focus on the sim itself. So I eventually reverted back to a single monitor setup like this. Yeah, it was very tempting for some time. Let's do a mobile refueling again. Let's go and get back to 50% here. Oh, my bad. So there's a plane there. Am I seeing that guy on my left? Not really. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it works. Okay. I'm all over the place taxiing. And there's another plane there in front. Yeah, we have lots of AI planes in here. Doesn't look like it's working. Your room was getting hotter with triple monitors. Yeah, well, I still have triple monitors. I just don't stream all three now. But yeah, they're all still on. And I finally gave in. Now I have air conditioning when I'm streaming. I could not bear the heat anymore with the additional heat from the GPU and the monitors. So the additional expense should be worth it. At least I'm not sweating buckets whenever I stream. Right, let's get ready for another takeoff. Flaps set to take off. Let's turn on the landing lights, turn off the taxi lights. Trims are set for takeoff. Yes, they are. Looking good. Okay. Yikes. Look at like that, crosswind. Welcome to the club. Yeah, that guy definitely should be in my TCAS, but he's not. Yeah, doesn't work. Okay, fine. So after that guy landed, no one else is coming in. That's good. So let's go and continue. We have 30 more minutes. Will we make it to Frankfurt? Probably not, but we can try. Okay. That was a beautiful approach thanks to the G1000 NXi from Working Title. Amazing work by these guys. Instrument flying is now possible thanks to them. And the autopilot is better than ever. Okay. Full power, airspeed's alive, keeping it center line. Little bit of left aileron deflection. Looking good, right rudder. Okay. Just a gentle turn. Oh, where did that plane come from? Okay. Oh. Okay. I thought my sim was gonna crash. Looking good there. Up the brakes, gear up. Flaps up. Let's go and keep this heading. Climb to 5,000. Okay, so let's go heading mode, flight level change mode, and then follow the flight director for a bit. Pull back 95% on the power. Let go of my rudder. Autopilot. There you go. Super smooth. I love it. Very nice. 52 gig update. Wow. Bug fixes? Yeah, it was like maybe November last year, Alexa. Maybe November last year. It should be in the channel though if you want to see it. We had an entire stream, like 3 hours with that kind of setup. Let me know if you like that kind of thing. Maybe I can revisit the idea. Maybe people have had a different view by then. Okay, let's see. Let's go and reset this again. Chup, chup. Delete flight plan. Okay. So we're starting off from Echo. Delta, Delta Echo. And I think it's Foxtrot, that's Frankfurt. And then with Frankfurt, if you can make it, we'll try an RNAV approach. Because I tested that as well and it was working before. So I'm very confident that it's working with the same fidelity as the ILS approach. Echo Delta Delta Foxtrot. Yep, that's the one. Good. Where's the leg? Is there no point? Okay, let's just go directed. Direct. Enter, enter. There it is. Nav mode. So we can follow it through. There we go. Nice. And just like that, man, goodness, this autopilot is amazing. Perfect for this plane with all its conveniences. In real life, this would be a great plane to have. They're expensive though, I can imagine. Nice. Having that POV, yeah, it's a bit of a hassle to set up. So I'm not totally inclined to set it up unless it really has an advantage that people want to see it. You can use your keyboard. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Mechanical, yes, that's a good point. I missed that because I remember that now. Let's put that to the test. I remember there's a key you can actually put in. It's less immersive, but my goodness, that G1000 is such a pain to set things up and type things manually, right? So let me see if I can find something. A VOR in the vicinity of this one, okay. Echo... Foxtrot Uniform Lima, let's try it. So let's put an en route waypoint. And do this, and there, that's the one. So if you press this button, that one enables your keyboard, and now you can type stuff. That is so much more convenient. Then you have to remember to click that again, and then enter. There you go. So now, where are we going? There it is. Now I'm not sure where the plane is going, but there is probably a magenta line, supposedly, that's coming from the airport to the... No, it seems like that's wrong. Okay, let's go here direct first. There you go. That's more like it. Man, I love the performance at World Update 6. Just everywhere you go is sightseeing. It is beautiful. Yeah, that's a good tip, thanks. Keyboard thing is something I forgot. That makes things tons easier. Right, let's see. Now it takes us 18 minutes to actually get to that VOR. And then another 51 miles, was it? To get to that point, so that might not work to finish the stream. Well, we can have a look in the meantime. Maybe we can fast forward, increase the sim rate if you want to really do an approach in Frankfurt. It's something I'm okay to do. Let's see. Let's have a look at the airport first. Let's quick look at the layout. Ooh, lots of runways. In terms of weather, it looks like no wind, so let's do the 25 center approach. That's the longest runway. It looks pretty close to the... Where's the GA ramp? 1 second. GA is here. Okay, 25 left then. 25 left, that's a GA. So let's see what kind of approaches do we have in 25 left. 25 left, we have an RNP. Required what? Navigational precision, something like that. And this one is an LNAV VNAV approach. Okay, it's not an LPV, so it's not that accurate. That's why the minimums are not that good. Not as good as an ILS, although not that bad either. 292 feet. Actually not bad. It's almost close to an ILS already. RNP Yankee. That's an LNAV. Continuous descent. What does CDFA mean again? Continuous descent something. Basically means you follow the same angle downwards on the descent instead of a, what do you call it? Dive and drive. You descend, you go level off, descend, level off. Here you go continuous descent. But that has a bit higher minimums, so the more accurate one would be RNB. There is a GLS approach. Interesting. I don't think we have a GLS approach. Yeah, because the GLS approach is like ILS with some other complements. There's this GBAS channel in here, I think. Yeah, it's a bit more... I think it's a lot more accurate, a bit more accurate than an ILS. Yeah, look at that, 200 feet. Compared with the ILS, the minimums are... No, it's the same actually in this case. Pretty cool. I remember in X-Plane there was the Zibo 737 was compatible with the GLS approach. Very nice. Hey Rohan, how's it going? There you go, continuous descent, final approach. Thank you. Nice. Alright, so let's have a look. I did want an LPV and an LPV localizer precision with VNav guidance or something like that. But I think we can do this as well. Straight in landing. I'm not sure. There should be a glide path. Our avionics should be able to capture that glide path, but we can try. So yes, let's try it out. So let's go for an RNAV Zulu, RNP Zulu approach to runway 25 left. So that's a GPS 25 Zulu, 25 center Zulu. That's the one, this guy. Is that the right one? Yes. And the initial approach fix is, let's see. Looks like this guy would be perfect. Delta Foxtrot 626 at 4,000 feet. Okay. Okay. 526, you mean? Unless I'm in the wrong... Oh, I'm in the wrong chart, am I? Not, yeah. 25 center is what we wanted. No, we said 25 left. So what I'm wrong with is here. It should be 25 left here. 1 second. Let's repeat that. Because I initially chose center, but then I chose again left, 25 left, because I saw that the ramp was on the left side. So GPS 25 left. There you go. 626 would be the initial approach fix. The minimums would be Baro 654. We're a Class A aircraft. So our approach speed is around 90 knots, so 654. Let's put it at 660. Get back to chat in a bit. I see it moving. Oh, there you go. Hey, Panda. Glad you made it, man. How's it going? Where have you been trucking recently? Loving the paint job. Thanks for your amazing paint job. I used it for the Volvo FH. Alright, so let's go and activate that. So we are 34.8 miles away. So we should have our top of descent somewhere. Yeah, there's the TOD, very close to the bottom of descent because we only need to lose 1,000 feet. Oh my goodness, the weather is not going good here. The ceiling is going lower and lower. Okay, yeah, we'll have to make it faster. Okay, let's see. ETA. Do we have ETA? 19 minutes if we don't make anything faster. Alright, so then what we can do is make it faster. Increasing the sim rate twice. I think that means we are on 4x sim rate right now. Looking good. That should make the ETA much faster. Yep. Looking good there. And if you have a look at this one, it says 4,000 the rest of the way. The rest of the way until the final approach fix. And then I'm not sure if I should change my selected altitude or if I can keep it at 4,000, I think, and then I just arm the approach. So by the time we intercept the glide path, it would descend. Even though our selected is 4,000, it would go below 4,000 at that point, I think. We'll see. Phew, that looks ominous. Entering some ugly weather in here, guys. Z-mods. Nice. Did some compatibility. Awesome. Oh, Volvo VNL with 1 second. Oh, you mean the D13K you're using on the Volvo VNL using the open definition. Awesome stuff. Do they have the same engines, more or less? Or is that like a use of creative freedom? Here we go. Entering the soup. And the graphics. This game is beautiful. Okay, we have traffic right in front there. We don't see the guy. We do have traffic enabled, but we don't have it here. Let me tweak the traffic radar for a bit. Yeah, we don't see anyone here either. Altitude mode, normal. How about normal? Did that make anything work? Doesn't seem like it's working. Yeah, I still don't see anything. Norm, okay, norm. So we should see something now. Whoa! What happened? Yeah, there's traffic right there on our 8 o'clock. I don't see it there. Goodness, that changed. Yeah, the weather engine here is next to none. Amazing. Is there a VOR that we can track in Frankfurt? There is 114.2. 114.2. Okay, I think we can slow down again now. Should be good. 114.2. Load it in. Okay, we are detecting it. Foxtrot, Foxtrot, Mike. Is that the right one? Yes, I think so. So in our options here, I can put in bearing 2. That's the guy. Yes. DME. Oh, DME only works from nav 1. Yes, it does it. Okay, fine. That works. And look at that view. Let's go outside for a bit. 1 second. Top of descent coming soon. We zoom in a bit. 2 minutes. Top of descent. So let's go ahead and get ready for that by setting the selected altitude to 4,000. And let's go ahead and arm VNav for it. VNav, there we go. Looking good. VPath is armed. Nice. The VNL does come with a D13 engine. Nice. That is perfect then, Panda. Good call. This one, normal speed now, yes. Got your new PC. Congrats. What did you get? Was that the... Am I remembering it correctly? 2060? Maybe I mixed my signals. Oh my goodness. No more stutters as long as you tilt it. As long as you get some tilt. This will be me. That's me. The sim. We didn't really encounter much turbulence though, did we? Which I guess we should be thankful for. We have our landing lights along. The lighting, beautiful. $2070 Super, nice. Congrats. Let us know how it goes once we've had time to test it. Right, let's go and check out the flight plan for a bit. It's just lots of waypoints, 4 miles apart, until the intermediate fix, Delta Foxtrot 289, and then the final approach fix is at Ledkey, all at 247. So it's basically a straight line on 247 course. Okay, so let's go and set that up. 247. That should be it the rest of the way. Top of descent coming up. VPath is active, and now we're starting our descent. As expected, it is beautiful. Good. We are near Frankfurt, Scotsman. Perfect timing, you got back. So yeah, 249 actually on this one. Bit of discrepancy, 247 and 249. I think it should be okay. view, right? That view. Although yeah, the weather really has turned. Comparing from a while ago, definitely a different weather here now. Now let's have a look at the thing. No winds, but QNH is 1012 at Frankfurt. So let's go ahead and align that. 1012. There you go. Nice. And now we're leveling off. Yes, live weather. Beautiful. There's the airport in front of us. So now from here, it's a straight line going to the runway. This is like a super extended center line, if you look in there. And the autopilot is doing an amazing job at it. Very nice. Yeah, it looks awesome. Very good. Whoa. Getting some winds in here. That might be the turbulence that we speak of. Because they say with World Update 6, the recent update last week, when you go through weather, it actually reflects now on the flight dynamics. So your plane actually gets blown around. That might be what we're experiencing, what we got a while ago. Because we normally get the ups and downs already, updrafts and downdrafts, so they're all very gentle. Even if you go to the vicious storms, you mostly get updrafts and downdrafts, but not the, how do you say, the lateral type? Not so much, at least. Let's see, as we go through these clouds, will we get something? Not really that much. Whoa! Goodness. Flying in this real weather. Yeah, we were scared. Goodness, especially with the lightning. The clouds, not so much. I mean, they don't look too at least these clouds in the near vicinity don't look too vicious. But the lightning, I would definitely be scared with that. Yeah, and the instruments should give us a nice picture of where we are and where we should be. But yeah, all the instruments will not do good when it comes to lightning. Although in many of the modern planes, they're built to actually, how do you say, withstand lightning? Not really withstand, right? More like let lightning pass through. We have NXrad in here, so actually we do have clouds, but the weather that's bad is really up ahead. Here right now where we are, we do have clouds, but we don't really have convective activity. So the clouds that we will be going through, they won't be that bad. Maybe a few bumps here and there, but shouldn't be terrible. Yeah, no thunderstorms. Longer wingspans. It might be, although I would be inclined to believe that no matter how small you are, you would feel something. Actually, it might be that the smaller you are, you feel something more. Could be. But should feel something for sure. Yeah, we've seen a lot of videos in YouTube about that. Small planes going through bad weather. Vicious. Tricky. Let's see. Okay. Final approach fix. Lead key. 1, 2, 3, 4 waypoints away. Okay. We can start slowing down in a bit. Yeah, something for sure. Maybe just not that bad, huh? Okay, a bit more sightseeing until we get to the final approach fix. Some dramatic shots of the clouds and everything. Hey D-Boss, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. That does not look half bad. Beautiful. start slowing it down here. No class tomorrow, nice. Any game you're finishing at the moment, Rohan? Are you still in GTA land? Let's go and zoom in a bit. Okay. Starting to slow it down. This is amazing. Okay, 136, we can hold it there. So we can extend flaps at any point now. We are within the safe extension speed for 1 notch of flaps. Side business, nice. Sounds shady with the quotes. Oh, that's good, man, that's good. Working hard. All for it. Some Mexican horn business, is it? Mexican horn production. Sounds good. I'm hoping the glide path appears later. So right now we have this kind of triangle, right? I'm hoping that there's like a magenta diamond that comes out later. That should be the glide path, I think. As we get closer to the final approach fix here in Lidkey, I hope that becomes a thing. Oh my goodness. Are those the runways in front? I think so, right? 25 center, 25 left is what we're targeting. They all have approach lights. Oh, the weather actually thins out. The weather gets better here. Nice. Welcome to Frankfurt. Soon. Now the city itself is actually on our right. Oh, it should be here. Yeah, that should be Frankfurt right there. Let's have a look at it while we're doing this. So what I can do is I can go there directly, like so. There it is. Explore it a bit in advance, right? Oh my goodness, so many waypoints. Huge, huge city. And it's only starting to load now. There it is. Let's give it some time. Kind of shocked it a bit. Oh my goodness, so many here. Lots of custom bridges. I did not expect it to be this filled. Wow. I was here before, but I doubt I'll remember any of these. Oh, large train station. Oh my goodness. Switch tower. Central station. Is that the Frankfurt Hauptbahnhof? Probably, right? Very nice. University Hospital. Should explore this better. There's the TV tower. What do you call it? Patron. Okay. Very nice. The earth is flat. Good. Deutsche Bank Park is a stadium as well. Okay, where are we? There we are. Good. Ooh, we really taxed the system in there. I'm surprised it's still running. Okay, 1 second. Let's get back here. We are approaching the... We are nearing the final approach fix, so let's go ahead. 1 notch of flaps. Gear down. Landing lights have been on the entire time, so that's fine. We have 3 greens, that's good. We have gas, undercarriage, mixture, prop switches. Okay, looks good. Let's keep that there. Now I'm not seeing a glide path, but I'll arm the approach anyway. At Lidkey, I have my doubts if this is happening, guys. Might have to descend on our own, and if we need to, we'll have to do that manually 90 knots would be 478 feet per minute, so around 500 feet per minute would be the way we do that. So we can VS our way down, worst case scenario. It's good. Off stutters. That's your takeaway, the stutters? Good. Very nicely done, Frankfurt. Didn't expect it to be that detailed. Oh crap, yeah. Yeah, look at that, nothing. Okay, so no glide path in here, unfortunately. So we'll have to VS our way down. Let's go 600 for now. Go flaps. Full flaps. Okay. Let's see how that works. That was a bit disappointing. Why no glide path? Because I've done an LPV approach here and there was a glide path in there, but maybe this kind of approach doesn't have it. I don't know. It should have, I think. Yeah, LNAV VNAV. There is LNAV VNAV, and our avionics should be more than capable of doing that, I think. Alright, anyway, let's see. So we have some markers in here at 7 miles away from runway 25 left. We should be at 2650 feet. So let's have that look. We are 9 miles away. Okay, and we are still above 2750. That looks good. Alright, let's see if this works. Shallow out the descent a bit. So the markers we have is 7 miles 2650 and 2 miles 1050. Okay, 2650 and 1050. If I can remember that at least. So 650. And I forgot about it already. Okay, let's focus on the first one. When we are 7 miles away from the runway, we should be at 2750 feet. It might be that we're actually descending a bit too fast here, so let's shallow it out. But not too bad, it's not too bad. There is someone right in front of us. Do we see him in traffic? No, we don't. It's not working. Maybe I'm missing something. 11 a.m. hype. Almost there, almost there. Thank you. Thanks, Panda. 7 to 650. Oh, that's perfect. Look at that. 2650 and almost 7 miles. I'll take it. I will take it. Good. And the next one is 3 miles 1050. Good. Not bad at all. Man, if you're a small plane like this, these kinds of approaches take so long, don't they? I think normally when you're doing this kind of approach on a big airport, it does happen, right? When you request it and you've been given clearance, you align it beforehand, even if you're a small plane, a small Cessna. Oh, look at that. Gary is in there. Very nice. They can clear you, so it does happen that a small plane can land in a big airport like this, but normally what they would do is they would tell you to speed it up, slow down at the last possible moment, not like this, that we're on a final approach speed at 90 knots already this far out, because this would really bug out all the airliners behind us. So for proper spacing, they would tell you maintain 120 knots until short final or something like that. They'll give you specific instructions to maintain a speed, and that you only go below that at some point when you really need to configure for landing already. So let's go and descend a bit lower. Hey Zolar, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the stream. was that? 3 miles 1050? 3 miles 1050. Yes, exactly, Panda, exactly. If they could push us out of the way, I guess they would. 3 miles 1050, that's not bad at all. That's the outer marker right there. Actually, that's something we could do as well. That's something we could do if we could load in the ILS 111.15. Yeah, nav2 is the ILS, so we can go and set that up here. Let me turn off autopilot and let's set the CDI to lock 2. There it is. Yeah, that's perfect. And there's the glide slope right there, so we get a bit more guidance. And we can follow this one approach like so. Something like that maybe. We're a bit too low. Looks good. Right, let's keep it higher. Push on the throttle here. Get some altitude. Not bad. Oh, is Frankfurt a custom airport? It might be, huh? Look at the detail there. Look at that detail there. My goodness. So many buildings. Still loading in. Looks pretty good so far. The right side of the airport looks more filled. Oh, 1 second. I'm so far away now. My bad. Okay. Good, there we go. Glide slope is captured, so we can follow the flight director down. Looks good. I'll take it. It's a bit high. Man, look at that highway. Super wide. Now the glide slope doesn't look like it's that good. Makes me go past this touchdown zone. Okay, maybe we can adjust that as we go. Thankfully no winds. Oh, dang it. I was hoping for a smoother landing this time. But we'll take it. We will get there. It really starts falling when you pull back the throttle. When you go to idle, it really just like drops like a rock. Very interesting how different the flight dynamics are per plane. There we go. Man, lots of taxiways in here. Where do we even go? Bravo 7. No, that's Romeo 7. Thankfully, it's easy to read the taxiways, but I don't even know where we're going. In 1 second, let's zoom in. Yeah, good enough landing. Nothing broke. I think we can actually stop here. Not too bad. Look for a GA plane and just sit right beside them. Yeah, GA is all the way there. That's fine. Let's stop here. That's good enough already. Quite nice. Can't believe we actually reached Frankfurt. So most of the things do work. It's just that thing, that final approach, the glide path, that's missing. I wonder when that is. That's always been a problem here in this sim. There would be some airports where the glide path is present, and there would be some where it's not. And the explanation is always a bit sketchy. There's no definitive reason for it that I've seen. Okay, cool. I guess we can stop here. Is that the CRJ? Looks pretty nice. Stop here in the middle of nowhere. Parking brake is set. Actually don't know how to shut this down. Well, I guess we can just turn off that thing. Turn off the avionic. Turn off the engines. There we go. Didn't even let me finish entirely. Okay, fine. 2 hours. I'll take it. This is default Frankfurt, yes. Looks pretty nice, actually. Yeah. Good one. Alright, so let's end it there, guys. Thanks for hanging out. We had a nice look at how Dresden, Lisa looks like. Had a nice exploration of Germany after World Update 6 and had a nice test flight of the G1000 NXi version 0.6.0, I believe. Thank you. Appreciate the company. Thanks, and catch you guys on Friday for some trucking. Have a good one. Clumsy flying, and stay safe. See you soon. Bye.